It looks like Raid Shadow Legends is expanding upon the characters that it is associating with the upcoming crossover event with the Wizard of Oz. We have had a kit reveal for a new legendary unit for the Bannerlords. It's Dorothy Gale. Let's go check her out. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen of the tribe, to another Galaxy of Heroes video with me, your bold boy Scribe. How the devil are we all doing? I hope we're all doing fine and dandy today on this fine and fantastic Thursday. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, don't forget that brand new players to the game will be able to sign up to Raid Shadow Legends with my QR code up here or the link in the description down below to give themselves the very best start to the game that they can possibly have. First of all, make sure you sign out of your Plarium Play account. Use my QR code or click the link in the description and sign up with a brand new email account. Once you've played through the tutorial of Raid, the first legendary unit that you will unlock when you start on a brand new account is going to be Staltus Dragonbane. This legendary defensive unit of the Bannerlords will probably pair quite nicely with Dorothy Gale and is considered to be a top legendary in the game to this day. You will get him as soon as you have beaten the prologue coming into Raid Shadow Legends. Every 10 account levels that you gain in your account will give you access to an additional epic character up to level 30. Starting at level 10, you'll be getting one of my favorite units, the Stag Knight. This Bannerlord support unit is phenomenal, a fantastic unit to be using in almost every single area of the game. It's able to provide amazing debuffs such as decreased speed, decreased defense, and decreased attack, which is very, very important in every single dungeon, as well as the very important clan boss. He's also able to pass some additional accuracy to your allies when they fail to land debuffs. He's just a very useful support character in general. Coming up next is going to be for the Ogrin tribes. At level 20, you will be unlocking the support unit Ugo. This gentleman is going to be your survivability, your bread and butter, ladies and gentlemen. He's able to provide you with heals. He's got a very, very unique passive ability over here that basically gives him increased speed and block damage buffs once all of the allies in his team have been defeated. You compare that then with his A3, which will allow him to revive all of his defeated allies and give them 50% turn meter. A very useful unit to have indeed. Finally, once we get then to account level 30, you will be unlocking the Barbarian Farrakhan the Fat. This guy is a great attacking unit, able to put out things such as the rather useful HP burn and poison debuffs, making him a very useful supporting attack unit for your squad, able to do really good work in clan boss and as well in many of the dungeons. Now that's not where the fun ends, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, make sure you do go over to the promo code and use the promo code Super Victory, and that will get you access to an additional legendary unit known as Pelops the Victor. This guy is flipping dope, ladies and gentlemen. An HP legendary unit that is able to put out things like HP burn, but also able to petrify, able to stun, able to steal buffs, able to put attack down. This guy is incredible. I used him extensively during arena battles, team battles, clan boss, going through the campaign. All of those things combined will give us really good, solid unit that will carry you for a long time in the early game. All right then. Once we've done all that though, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the brand new unit that is coming to Raid Shadow Legends as a login unit, which does mean there's going to be a special chase event for this character. All you'll have to do to unlock her is log in for 7 days. You will want to do more than that because over the subsequent 2-week period that the event is active for, you'll be able to get additional red stars as well as gear and many other things besides. So easy to unlock, available at 5 stars, basically 5-star red stars, sorry, by the end of this chase period. It's going to be super amazing. Okay, let's check out her kit because I've not read it yet. Here we are then, ladies and gentlemen, legendary support unit for the Bannerlords. We've got Dorothy Gale and Toto. Kansas is going bye-bye, pup. All right, once again, kit. Let's take a look at the aesthetics. I mean, I like how they put a little vest on Toto, like this little green vest. That's it, you know, that's great. The Echoes of Oz event is starting soon. I don't think we've had a confirmed date for it, but there we go. She looks pretty cool. She looks pretty cool. Let's start off then with her A1, the basic ability, Emerald Blast. Attacks one enemies, has a 75% chance of removing a random buff from the target, and a 75% chance of placing 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns. If you book her up to maximum, that is a 100% chance of placing that weaken debuff. As far as A1s go, it's okay, you know? It's going to remove a buff at fully booked as well as potentially place weaken. That's okay. It's not bad for a basic. A2 then is Windstorm, a cooldown of 5, 75% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff and a 50% decreased accuracy debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. When you book this out, you'll be able to get that 75% chance all the way up to 100% chance, which is nice, and reduce the cooldown from 5 to 3. All of a sudden, Windstorm is looking like a decent ability there for an A2. Decreased defense, really great against any sort of chunky enemies that you're facing off against, clan bosses and that sort of thing. So that's useful. Decreased accuracy, I mean, it's okay. It's okay. In my experience, usually decreased accuracy doesn't impact massively, but hey, we'll take it, right? Then we've got the A3 Furious Tornado, a cooldown of 6. Attacks all enemies, steals all buffs from all enemies. I like that. Then applies a buff spread effect, taking all buffs from this champion and placing them on all allies. I very much like this. So an AoE attack that steals all the enemies' buffs and gives them to all of your allies. That's huge. Has a 75% chance to place a stun debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. That's a really good ability. No wonder the cooldown is of 6. Then you also have Oz Unity. This seems to be like some sort of faction-wide buff. So if you've got one Oz ally, so presumably we're getting more Oz units, cannot land a weak hit with this skill. That's really useful, obviously, when you've got an affinity mismatch, when you're, going up as against a disadvantaged affinity type. Landing weak hits basically guarantees that you can't land debuffs and stuff like that, and your attacks are not going to crit and things like that. So that's kind of handy. If you've got 2 Oz allies, this skill cannot be put on cooldown. Okay, that's quite useful. If you have 3 Oz allies, this skill will ignore effects of any enemy polymorph blessings. Okay, cool. If you book this up, you're going to reduce the cooldown by 2 to 4, and you will also increase the debuff chance of that stun to 100%. That's a really good ability, I'll be honest. That Furious Tornado is pretty dope. We've then got a passive called True Friend. Whenever this champion is killed, all allies team up to attack the enemy that killed her. That's quite nice. Whenever this champion is revived, instantly activates her Furious Tornado skill. That is very cool. Increase this champion's hit points by 3% for each ally turn taken, and increases this champion's speed by 3% for each enemy turn taken, stacking up to 30%. That's actually a really, really cool passive. You get chunkier and faster as the battle goes on, essentially, and if you are revived, you can do Furious Tornado. Now, I don't think we've seen any other Oz units come to the game just yet, but presumably one of them is probably going to have some sort of revive, or maybe even an auto revive buff or something like that, to really lean into that, unique with the Furious Tornado and the passive. So kind of cool, all in all, not gonna lie. That's quite a cool synergy. I'd love to see how it plays out. Kind of curious as to what other units. I mean, we can make some assumption about the units that will come with the Wizard of Oz. It's probably going to be the Yellow Brick Road, I'm sure. It probably won't be the Yellow Brick Road, but I'm sure there are allies of Dorothy we all know and love. Some that don't have a brain, some that don't have a heart, That will probably play into the characters that we get to have alongside her. Look forward to seeing their kits and how we actually unlock them. See that very shortly, I'm sure, and that's probably then going to tie into that kit reveal that we did yesterday on Ozilda, was it? So yeah, lots to go over here. She does have an aura as well. That aura increases all ally speed in all battles by 19%. So it's a pretty decent aura all in all. I wouldn't say it's the highest top end. I know that I've got, I want to say it's Lysandra is currently my ally that has a speed aura, and she's in all battles as well. And I want to say she's for 23% speed. So you can definitely have higher speed auras and stuff like that still apply in all battles, but I'll definitely take a speed aura regardless. Overall, her kit looks pretty strong. Really like that Furious Tornado, like that Windstorm. That seems to be pretty decent in clan bosses and any sort of the big fights, and obviously it's going to be useful when you take her into anything like faction wars and stuff like that. Overall, pretty solid looking legendary unit. Definitely look forward to getting this one unlocked. As soon as we know more, ladies and gentlemen, I will obviously be posting a video about it, but in the meantime, if you can do me a big old favor, hit that like button down below, comment what you are doing in Raid at the moment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you all in the very next video. Peace out and big love.